Hello and welcome to Start the Beat with Sykes. My name is Sykes and this is my podcast. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank everyone who checked out the last conversation. If you're one of those people, I hope you enjoyed it and thanks so much for coming back. But for everyone out there who's new to the show, welcome. Feel free to make yourselves at home. And as always, there's beer and soda in the fridge. Grab yourself a little something and kick back and relax because we're going to be fucking chilling. I'm sitting here today with a new friend. This is another episode of Start the Beat / Strangers in My House. I just met this motherfucker 3.5 minutes ago. Everybody, please make some noise for my friend, young guy Burkett.
How you doing?
The internet's happy that you're here.
How are you?
I'm happy that you're here. Another one of these rascals from the Studio 22 gang.
22.
Shout outs to everyone involved with that fucking delinquent piece of fuck. No, I love all those guys. How you feeling, man?
Pretty good. I mean, tired as fuck from work, but you know.
Yeah, I mean that's the everyday hustle, right? You know, it's so funny. We played this show on Monday. It's Stage AE, and it was a pretty big show. And then like the next day, I'm just getting up at 6:30 to go back to work and do it again. It's like, fuck. It's so funny because like half the people that probably were in that room didn't even realize that like I'm a guy that lives like 5 minutes away from the venue. I'm not on tour or something like
Getting
that.
up
But
in the morning for work.
it almost feels like Halloween or something. Like I'm playing pretend for a night. I wish it was like that all the time.
Yeah, I swear.
So for anyone that is not familiar, you are a musician.
Yes, I am.
Let's dig into that a little bit.
So I don't play a lot of instruments. I really don't play any. I mean, I know them, but like I ain't good. I fucking suck at all. That's why I got all my homies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mostly just write and sing. But I make like every genre.
Super, super cool. I know I've been, your name has been popping up in, our circle. We mentioned we have a lot of mutual friends. And I've been hearing that you're rather prolific. You be writing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So let's do the whole boring start at the start type of shit since we don't really know each other. When did you start writing songs?
Like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to Teal College. I was wrestling up there. And one night I just got way too fucked up. We were like off a bunch of different drugs, alcohol. And I woke up that was Friday night. Woke up Sunday morning in the hospital. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? My one friend's there. He's like, yo, your song got like 6,000 plays. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about my song? He's like, you freestyled on a beat last night. Like, it's called Usual Days. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, went back, listened to it. I was like, shit. Like, next day we left for like Christmas break. Went back home to Clareton. And we made a song called Beans and Greens. It's like my #1 song. So I was like, you know what? I'm dropping out. So dropped out, and it's been this way since.
Congrats on the unplanned success. But I think that there was probably something that I would imagine you were able to capture in those songs that a lot of people can't seem to capture, and it's just like genuine.
Yeah.
Like you're just like in the moment, weren't thinking about nothing. You're just thinking about, well, I mean, you're all fucked up, so you're definitely not thinking about nothing. But in that moment that it was happening, right, it's probably like, we're just having fun. We're just going to do this. It sounds good. It feels good, whatever, right? And then I think a lot of people gravitate towards that stuff. And I think the one thing that fucks up a lot of songwriters is like trying to force that to happen, right?
I don't force a thing.
Yeah.
Like when I go to the studio, like it's just Sam's usually like picks up the guitar and I'm like, no, piano. Or he's like picks up piano, I'm like, no, guitar. Like, and it's just, we make something and just go with it. If I'm sad, I make a sad song. If I'm happy, I make a happy song. But I never I'm like, yo, let's make this. It just happens.
Yeah. So prior to, making that song, Usual Days, that's what you said it was called. What was your relationship with music in general?
Nothing. I listened to country music and Mac Miller. That was it. That was it. I did not know anything else.
Yeah. Okay. So, then in the past 5 years, do you feel like you've just been on this like new journey? That's not a fucking word. Jesus Christ. Journey of like discovery, not only as like an artist, but also just finding other things.
100%. I mean, last year I joined this band. They asked me to be their lead singer, and they were like, can you play like we're gonna do a cover from Nirvana. I was like, who the fuck is Nirvana? And they're like, you don't know Nirvana? They're like, what bands do you know? I was like, I don't know any bands. I was like, I know Back Alley Sound. That's the only fucking band I know. And at the time I couldn't even name you a song by them.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know bands at all. And then like I'm finding all these new artists. Like every single day I find new artists. Like 3 months ago, found Bob Dylan. Someone showed me Bob Dylan.
That's crazy.
Like everything. Like people were like, "What the fuck? You don't know these people?" And I'm like, "Nah." And I listen to them every day.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a whole wild world out there for you to discover, and I think it really just probably goes back to like the start, and like I'm guessing that like whatever was going on in like your like surroundings socially and like with family, just music wasn't like a thing?
No, it's just not a thing. Like my mom was like a big church goer, so like she had church music on in the house, and like my dad was born in the country, so like he's like country as fuck, so he just listened to country. So like that's all that was, church music and country.
Yeah, and I'm guessing then, but I mean like even with school, were you like in like a smaller school or?
No, I went to TJ.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean I listened, like I heard like people, you know what I mean? Like I heard music before.
You just like tuned it out or just weren't focused on it?
Didn't really care. Like I hated Young Thug. Like
okay.
My ex used to like listen to Young Thug. I fucking hated him, and now like I love Young Thug. I listen to him all the time.
Sure.
Yeah, but like there's just like a bunch of different people that like kind of just didn't care. It was like the rap scene. I don't know. I just like didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
And then just started rapping out of nowhere.
I think that there's a thing that happens. It's almost, I would imagine this is something similar to like, I don't know, a food that you never really liked, and then one day you have it.
Me. I don't try new food. I swear to God, but I eat fucking chicken tenders and French fries, man. Like, but like since I moved to Hawaii, like last year before, whatever, like I started trying new shit. I tried sushi for the first time out there, and I was like, holy shit. And Sam made me try gravy last week for the first time. I be trying new shit,
dude.
Like,
oh man, that's so funny.
It's like stick in my circle, and it's like my little bubble, and that's it.
Sausage, or no, what was it? Sushi and gravy. Yeah. Two very different things.
I tried them for the first time.
So, out of like everything, and I'm sure this is probably a big question right now because like there's like so much that's happening. Like you're just being overstimulated, I imagine, with just like art and culture, right? And that probably is playing a big part into the reason why you're tackling so many different genres, right? Because you're just
100%
exposed to so much different shit.
For my birthday, Sam made me this like, I think it's like 10 hours of fucking some shit. It's like from like 1600 music to like right now. It's just like takes you through it. Like I'm not even close to being halfway done, but like I get to listen to like everything, so I can see like how it started. And, like, what's going on now.
You know what? That's actually super dope because one thing that I talk about a lot is how in the realm of current music, if we're talking about like rock music, hip hop, pop, most of this music isn't even a century old. Yeah. Right? And like music's been going on for a very long time. There's been music in the world for a long time. And people have the audacity to be like, oh, like hip hop shouldn't do this. Rock shouldn't do this. It's like, it's only 30, 40, 50 years old. Yeah. Who are you to say? Why should it be the same?
I mean, everything changes. Being invented every day.
Yeah,
like, you know
totally.
What I'm saying? Like, it's like crazy. People are rapping on country shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is going on? But like, if it hits, it hits. If you like it, you like it.
Yeah. So as you're finding your voice as an artist, then, you know, is there anything that you're starting to gravitate towards that's like more defined, like, oh, this is a young guy Burkett, or are you still like experimenting, or do you not even want to find that place?
I mean, I would say I've been doing like in a lot of like indie pop, if you want to call it that, something like that. I don't know what to describe like my music most of the time. Yeah, but I just go and whatever I'm feeling, that's what I make. Like I'll walk in and be like, I want to make a country song. Like I got like half a country album done. Like I got like a whole rock album done, but I just make whatever I'm feeling. I don't like really try to go towards something. And if I make something, I don't want it to sound like that. So if like I make like a pop song, like a punk song or something, I can make another punk song, but I don't want it to fucking sound like that punk song.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like I love Killer Roy, listen to him all the fucking time, but I would never want my music to be like Killer Roy. You know what I mean? You know exactly what's coming. Yeah. Like, you know, it's going to be these trap drums and he's going to be singing about depressed shit. You know what I mean? But I love it, but like, I don't want to do that. Yeah. I want people to be surprised every time.
I think that there's something about being an artist that not everybody gets that it seems like you're like really wrapping your head around, and that is, what's the point of putting something out there that already exists?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, we already got a couch. We don't need another couch in this room.
And I swear, a lot of people, like, they make music for like the money. They make music for this. Like, this is cool. This is not cool. I just like making music. Like, I have like 2,000 songs on my phone that nobody will ever hear because I listened to them so much. I was like, nah, I don't need to be dropped. Like, I just make music. That's like my favorite thing to do. Like, that's my happy place. I walk in that studio and it's just like a brand new person.
Yeah. So what is your songwriting process like then?
Usually we get there, say I get there at 6.
Yeah.
By like 6:15, Sam got like a guitar riff going, and I'm like, that's it. Like, that's it. Or like, it might be 30 minutes later, I'd be like, no, I don't want it anymore. Like, fucking scrap it. But usually, like, in the first like 15, 20 minutes, he got the guitar going. And I'm like, play like, do, 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 and he'll just play that. And I'll just be like, no, I actually do like, da, 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 and he'll just play that. And I'll be like, yeah, let's do that. And then by the time he like gets it like recorded into like Fruity Loops or fucking Pro Tools or whatever he's using that day, I like have like a hook or like a something to get started, and then like he'll like start to add piano, start to add drums. Within like the 45 minutes to an hour, when the beat is done, I have a whole song, and then we just record. And then usually we make like 2 songs in like 3 hours.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and I record Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday, sometimes Sunday.
That's fucking crazy to just like have like that much energy, and also to be able to not dwell on it. Actually, I think that's the thing that I think is most impressive. I think it's really easy for the artist's mind to overthink and really dwell on what they're doing. Like, oh, is this the right thing? Is that the right melody? Is this the right words?
Yeah,
You're just like, fuck
if
it.
I'm overthinking, it's just like, yo, start a new one. If it didn't kick, it didn't kick. You know what I mean? I didn't catch it. So
yeah,
but usually I catch it, you know? But like last week, there was one that I didn't catch. I got like halfway through writing, and I was like, no. I was like, scrap it. Give it to somebody else to beat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just on to the next one.
I think that is like a surprisingly impressive thing to like have. But it also, I think it really just comes from this place of you accidentally discovering that you are going to do art instead of like me, like I'm the fucking 4-year-old that was watching, you know, my dad's rock VHS tapes and like listening to his records and all that shit and like wanting it so bad and like not really even be able to make music at all until I was like old enough to get a job and buy some shit to make it, you know? So it was like, and now as a result of like me spending my whole childhood like trying to write songs and overthinking things, now I like overthink everything. It's so hard for me to just like go with the flow and let things be. Every once in a while it happens and it's fucking great, but you know, I still catch myself in my old ways, you know. It's that
I be catching myself stressing about shit too though. It's like the music's the easy part, you know what I mean? It's getting people to hear that music that is the hard part. That's when I'd be stressing, you know what I mean? Because like I could drop a fucking platinum album, dude, get 3,000 plays on the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like 4 years ago, I was like, damn, that shit was so good. Like, you hear people blowing up, you're like, this shit fucking sucks. Like, why does it have 1 million views? Yeah. Like, what's going on?
There is something that, I mean, obviously neither of us have cracked this fucking Da Vinci Code on this shit, right? But I don't understand how people are able to manipulate or even be willing to be on social media enough to like do the hustle.
I hate it.
Because like I'm fine with having an Instagram account and keeping up with my friends, but like once all the stranger shit pops in and or somebody like meets me at a show and now they're like asking me for favors and all, it's this type of shit.
And everybody be like, dude, you got to post more.
Yeah.
Like, how you expect people to listen to your song if you're not posting every day? I was like, bro, I don't fucking care about those fucking people. Like, I care about myself. Like, I don't want to fucking post on Instagram. Like, I just want to live my life. I don't like taking pictures, videos. I just like taking it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I make my song and Sam's like, yo, let's like put it up on this, so break down the song. I'm like, or we could just make a new song. We could do that too.
Yeah.
I just like creating, you know what I mean? So it's like, but I got to get into it. I got to get into like the posting. So like since I got back from Hawaii, I haven't posted anything. And because I wanted to like build up. So we built up to where I'm starting this Friday, I'm dropping a song every Friday for the next 3 years. and it's already done. Like it's already everything's covers are done, lyric videos are done, videos are done. Like it's all done and prepared for 3 years.
That's intimidating.
So I can just chill. You know what I mean? So I bumped all these songs, banged all these songs out. So now it's like, now I can work on something. It's not just me going in the studio and making a song. It's like, okay, what do we want to create? Because like my 2 or 3 other albums, like those aren't just like random songs like made. You know what I mean? It's like I thought like 2063 was like, okay, in 2063 I'll be like 66 years old. So let's create the mindset of what kind of music do I want my grandkids listening to? Just something weird, you know what I mean? Something that people don't think about, you know what I mean? Like the music today and the music that's going to be in 2063. So like NBA YoungBoy is like the top charting artist, you know what I mean? I don't want my fucking kids listening to NBA YoungBoy. You know what I mean? I listen to him all the time. I love NBA YoungBoy, but is that what I want my goddamn grandkids or shit to listen to? Fuck no. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I created it, like the house is fake. Like we all made it on the computer, but it was like the perfect house. Like if I would picture myself in fucking wraparound porch, this and that, kids playing, you know what I mean? So it's just like a soothing, smooth album. It just talks about family and life and what's going on in the world today.
Yeah. So as you go through this journey and you're meeting other artists and you're like interacting with other people, how do you take the work ethic of some people that maybe you have encountered that may be not as
fast?
I wouldn't say fast, but just like as motivated or as like passionate. Well, I don't know what it is.
I see it immediately. As soon as I meet a person, I can tell if he's in it or not. She's in it or not. You know what I mean? Like if I can tell if they're not motivated, I can tell, and it's like, why I'm not even gonna bother. You know what I mean? Like I'm still friends with a bunch of people that aren't motivated. You know what I mean? They make music all the time. Like, you know what I mean? But like, it's just weird. It's like, how could you do something and not like fucking make it your life? You know what I mean? Like I do this shit. Like I love making music. Like it's my whole entire life. But I don't do it to go chase a bag. You know what I mean? I do it because I just like creating something that somebody else can listen to and feel some type of way.
Yeah.
So like when I meet someone else that's just like not motivated, it's just like, and the worst part is when I meet someone that's not motivated and their music's good. It's like,
oh yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Like, this is amazing. Like, get your head out of your ass. Like, let's go. Like, start making some music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. Like, the kind of off topic, you know who Quiet Douglas is?
No.
Great dude, bro. Music fantastic. This man, I swear he unmotivates himself all the time. He'll just be like, you know what? I'm not making music anymore. Or, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, get your ass in the studio. You are you're a legend, bro. Just like you're a legend, bro. It's gonna happen. Like he's fucking amazing at it. But like seeing him like being all depressed and all upset, and I'm just like, bro, take that depression to the studio and make the saddest song you've ever made. And like I love working with him, bro. We just like catch each other's energy. Like if I'm all depressed, like he won't even know I'm depressed. I'll just get a call from Douglas out of nowhere. Like, you want to come to Nadine's? I'm just like, how the fuck did you know that? It's just like the world working with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. That was a cool question.
Yeah, I think that there are a lot of unfortunate like artists that are in that mindset, and I don't know what it is that beats them up. I have a buddy that is an incredibly talented artist, multiple instruments. Every once in a while, it's like once a year, you know, he'll hit me up and be like, check out this thing I'm working on. I'm like, dope, finish it. And just can't finish it. And I don't know what it is. I think that at least in his situation, and this probably isn't too dissimilar from other people, I think it's the social media stuff that fucks with a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's really easy to unmotivate people if like you're looking at it the wrong way.
But just like a little thing, that fucking like thing on Instagram, you can hide the like count.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, all right, I'll post every day. Don't know why. But like, you know what I mean? Like when I was like posting before, say you get 300 likes on a photo, you know what I mean? Next day you post something that you really fucking like you're really proud of it, and it gets 50 likes, and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like they ain't fucking with that one. Like, damn, I really fucked with that one. So when they came out with that like thing, I was like, I don't know what it, like just something in me was like, this is awesome. Like, I don't know if like, because I mean, I don't care what people think, but you do to a point. Everybody does. You know what I mean? So when you could hide that like count, I was just like, yo, I can post every day. Like, I can post every day. I don't know why I thought that I couldn't do it before, but like, I don't know. It's just weird. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think that it triggers something in your brain seeing that, knowing like this immediate reaction that people are interacting with your thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I'm weird with social media. Like, I don't always like everything that I like. Like, you know, I see my friends doing shit. I'm like, oh, word. He's doing this. She's doing that. Cool. But I'm not like hitting like on everybody's shit, you know, just, it's not because I'm like, I don't want to not like it. I just don't think about.
Yeah. People are like, why didn't you put my video on your story? And I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
Because I was busy. I was taking a shit and I was scrolling and I just scrolled past it. I don't fucking like.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, come on. I thought you fucked with me. I'm like, okay, if I didn't post something on my story, that doesn't mean I don't fuck with you, bro. Like, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
Like, so I hate social media. Like, I love Twitter. I don't like tweeting. I don't tweet at all. I love looking at tweets, but I don't even like them. I just scroll past them, laugh, and that's it.
Yeah.
But like, social media just pisses me off. Like the fact that you like have to post something to, like, to get attention. You know what I mean? Then you think about like the fucking Beatles and shit like that. There was no social media. Them motherfuckers were known worldwide.
Yeah.
With no Instagram, no Twitter. It's just like, it should still be done, just not as fast.
I think that there is a very fine line that's really easy to cross with social media and posting too much, especially if everything that you're posting is worthless.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, and I talk about this a lot on the podcast, so I apologize that I'm bringing this shit up again, but yo, me and Burkett are just talking for the first time here, so I want to wrap this up at you. But, you know, there's a thing where people get caught up in like, oh, people aren't seeing my post because of the algorithm, or I'm shadow banned. People are hiding my stuff. I'm like, maybe you're just posting whack stuff.
Maybe it's just dumb as shit.
Yeah. Like maybe, you know, I like a while ago told myself like, you know, for my band shit, like I'll post once a week if I have something. If there's more going on, I'll post more.
Yeah.
But I need to make sure that every time I'm posting, there is an actual reason. Like, oh, we got a gig. Oh, here's a music video. Here's a song. Not just some shit like in the studio again. Who the fuck cares?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're a musician.
See, and I'm not good with that either. I'm not good with like keeping up with it because I don't want to post. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, but so I had to, but I know that you have to. So I was like, all right, I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm not where I want to be. The music's there. That is no question. There's no fucking question. But the fans aren't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what am I not doing right? You know what I mean? I'm necessarily not doing anything wrong, but what am I not doing right? So I was like, all right, let's do something different. I'm not going to just drop an album. Not going to do this and then drop off the face of the earth. And you know what I mean? I'm going to fucking make a fucking 3,000 songs and I'm going to drop them once a week. So therefore, Monday, I can post a preview of it. Wednesday, I can post a picture from the photo shoot. Thursday, I can post pictures from the video shoot. Friday, I can say the song's out. Saturday, it's like, hey, how you guys fucking with it? Sunday, it's preview to the fucking next Friday. So
rinse, wash, repeat.
So just game on.
Yeah.
For 3 years, I have 5 pictures for each song. I have a video for each song, lyric video or music video or both. So I just have something to post every single day.
So, devil's advocate question for you. What happens in the next 3 years if sometime in between, like, are you planning on to keep consistently working on new material? Or are you just...
I'm gonna be dropping every 5. I'm gonna try to drop every 5 for the rest of my fucking life.
So, outside of already having songs that are like done, you know, what's gonna happen if like you keep writing and like it's just like crazy dope and like you want to get it out now? Are you just gonna say fuck it, I'll release it, or are you gonna save it?
Sam talked to me last night about that. He was like, bro, like, because the last 3 weeks, I mean, I've probably made the best music I've ever fucking made. In the last 3 weeks, like, it's just fucking amazing. And I can't even record it because I haven't recorded in 2 months because of my voice. But I just write it and like I say it out loud. It's all in voice mode. Yeah. Bro, it's so good. It is so fucking good. And he's like, we have to drop this. I'm like, I know. He's like, so we're not gonna wait 3 years. And I was like, fuck, you're right, dude. So that is a problem also because like once you make so much music, you get over the old music. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, all right, we're not even gonna drop it, but I have to. You know what I mean? I already made a video for it and shit.
Yeah.
So like the song I'm dropping this Friday was "Honey, I'm Clueless," made with My World, or also 1-800, but that was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a year ago.
I would say, you know, I haven't figured out a whole lot for myself, and I ask myself the same questions that you do because I feel very confident in everything that I do. I think I'm very competent. I think I'm an easy person to talk to. I have fun on stage. We put on awesome shows. I can't fucking figure it out. I don't know what the connection is.
Yeah.
And like, you know, me just talking with you now for been about a half hour. I don't fucking get it. You're an easy person to talk to. You're funny as fuck. And like, you're super chill. Like, what isn't there to like about that?
I don't know, man. We do shows. We'll have
Yeah.
100 people come. They know every single. I don't even have to sing the fucking song, bro. They're singing it out loud, and it's just like it's so fucking. It's like a blessing, dude. It's beautiful, but it like you don't think about making money. You know what I mean? You're just like I just so happy on that stage. Like, look at the impact that fucking me, Burkett, fucking did. You know what I mean? Like, who would have thought fucking all these motherfuckers would have been screaming my lyrics? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I just want to have fun up here. Like, so we go out and I don't care if there's 10 people. We just did an Ohio tour. It was like 5-6 days or whatever. Like, left work early, hit the tour, last tour, drive home, go to work. You know what I mean? But like, there was like, some shows had 40, some had 10. The one show had like 3 people in the crowd. But I went fucking crazy, bro. I was going crazy with nobody there, bro. And like the 3 people that were there, they were like, "What is your name? What's your Instagram? Like, where can I follow you? Can I buy a ticket to the next show?" And I'm like, "Of course!" Like, hell yeah. So I fucking did that. I was on stage for an hour and a half, but I got 3 fans, like solid fans that will be there forever. You know what I mean? I love that shit.
Yeah, I think that if you keep up the attitude, the positivity, and the work ethic and just keep putting yourself out there, there's no way that it's not going to blossom, especially playing out of town and doing that shit. Cause like, that's something that a lot of people aren't even willing to take that step. They're not willing to go drive 5-6 hours and maybe play to 3 people.
Yeah, and
that shit happens.
You're not getting any money. You're not getting paid.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm just getting my name out there.
But that shit, like those 3 people that fuck with you in some, you know, city like that, that's more valuable than fucking 3,000 random people on Instagram.
Yeah, that aren't going to give a fuck. You know what I mean? That you boost your post or something and have 300 people like it and they still don't follow you. So they're not going to fucking like the next one, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. And then it's like, what are you putting money into?
Exactly.
You could be putting that in the gas tank and making real friends.
People don't understand too. People like, they're like, "Oh, you have a BMW." I'm like, first off, this is a story for another time, but I bought that BMW off fucking Percocet. Don't even remember buying the goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Dumbest thing I ever did in my life, bro.
God damn it.
But so like people are like, "You drive a BMW. What do you mean you're broke?" And I'm like, "'Cause I'm fucking broke, dude. I have $4 in my wallet, dude."
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking 3 months late on rent. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. And they're like, "Oh, you're a rapper. You make music." I'm like, "Yeah, that does not mean I have money." And like, I just made this song next Friday. It's called "Hanging Upside Down." It comes out like the middle of the song. It says, "And I've always been broke, but I'm not now because I've realized it's a mind state."
Sure, absolutely.
It is. When I have $4 in my wallet, I'm eating peanut butter sandwiches and eggs in the morning for a month. If I have $400 in my wallet, I'm still doing the same thing just to save my money to make another song. You know what I mean? I gotta pay Sam or I don't get to play the songs. So fucking, that's all I work. I just work for money to make music. Like, I don't give a fuck about half the time. I don't care if I eat or not that day. You know what I mean? As long as I record.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I think that, you know, that's a huge thing that a lot of people outside of the creative sphere, people that don't know like how much goes into this. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that really sucks sometimes because like, you know, you put all this work into like writing and recording. It's time, it's energy, it's money, it's love.
Yeah,
and for like, tears. And for somebody to just be like, "Oh, I heard a few seconds of that. I fuck with it." Like, "Oh, really?" And like, are you listening, or is it just like wallpaper?
That album cost me $6,000 that I worked like 8 months to make, and I put all of my emotion. You know what I mean? I have some songs that'll make you cry. I have some songs that'll pump you up. I have some songs that you want your grandma to listen to. You know what I mean? Like, but you hear that, you feel that because like I got that out of me somehow. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just these rappers going to the studio, picking a YouTube beat and just freestyling over it. You know what I mean? Like, we make something from scratch, and then like I'm like, I can't fake anything. You know what I mean? I can't like not be a real fucking person. Like, rap about drugs, sex, and guns. I mean, if I did drugs, sex, and guns that day, that's probably what I'd rap about. But that's not what my fucking go-to. I rap about whatever I did that day, whatever I did the day before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just you have to be real. You have to be genuine with everybody. Like, so when people hear me, like, especially the people that know me, when they hear my music, they're just like, holy shit, like I was with him when that happened, or fucking like I saw that, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So it's like, and the people that don't, like, they listen and then like they get to know me and then they're like, whoa, he's telling the truth of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like kicking down your door, fucking this and that. Like, obviously we're smoking and getting high, but that's not all I'm fucking writing about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just gotta write about yourself. Like, you can't make shit up. And I feel like that's definitely a big thing too, because like if we do happen to blow up one day, like, it's all real. You know what I mean? So I just continue being me. Like,
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it took me like 2-3 years to do that.
Yeah.
Like, just not give a fuck about anything but what's going on. You know what I mean? And like with my life, and not like worry about this person's life.
It's huge to have that realization as an artist, where you know that if it is going to blow up, you're self-aware enough to know that it needs to blow up because you're just being yourself. Because like, I can't imagine being somebody that puts on some sort of a front and then you get famous for something that you're not, and now you got to keep that up.
You gotta keep a lie up.
Yeah.
Like, that's another reason why I don't lie. I mean, tell a little fucking tale every now and then, but like, I don't lie anymore, period. Like, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to keep up with that shit. It's too hard, bro. It gives me anxiety. Fuck all that. If I tell you a lie right now and fucking someone asks me next week, I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking? Oh shit, that podcast, I forgot I told. Keep it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Like, that's why half the time people don't even ask me their opinion, because they know I'm brutally honest. Like, no, you look fucking ugly today. You asked me. You wanted the truth. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that I'd be curious to know, like, if you would happen to have any advice, not for somebody younger or somebody starting out, but somebody that maybe has been doing this for 10 years, 15 years, and still hasn't figured themselves out. I'm not talking about success. I'm just talking about
with like just yourself.
Yeah.
Not music wise.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of people that are like that.
You gotta find yourself before you worry about anything else. Like when I went to Hawaii, like I was clueless, fucking no idea, and I found myself. I found myself like as soon as I got to Hawaii, like it was like insane. You know what I mean? To the point where like I wasn't worried about getting to the studio. I was just enjoying my life as a human being, and it was beautiful. I didn't need to call anybody. There was no one calling me. I didn't know anybody. It was just fucking beautiful, dude. Like, what am I going to eat? Get my spear gun. Go to the ocean. Fucking get a fish. That's what I'm going to eat today. And it's free. And it's just, like, fucking amazing. It's just, like, you got to find yourself, though. And when I got back, it was like I lost it all over again. It was just gone. I was like, what the fuck happened to the Burkett that found himself fucking 2 months ago? And now I'm just in a little spiral right now. Like, as of right now, like, I'm not a huge fan of myself right now. Just went through a breakup with the girl that I left Hawaii. She told me to come back. I was like, fine. So I left Hawaii to come back for her. Now we're not even dating. So I've been going through it with that family shit, but like, I'm still searching for myself as of right now. You know what I mean? Fucking, you can find yourself, and that person can leave the next day. You know what I mean? It takes one little thing.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep on it. You got to keep it. You got to keep your health up. Just keep yourself good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure I'll find myself again the next fucking few weeks, few months, a year. Could be tomorrow. I have no fucking idea. But I can't let it get me down. You know what I mean? That's why when I get all depressed, I just go make a depressed ass song. So because I feel like once it's out, it's out. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's cool as shit that I can just, like, because I used to fight and stuff and everything and, like, wrestle. Like, I don't fight anymore. Like, who am I going to fight? You know? It's like, how am I going to get the anger out? So, like, I just make music, and it's just, like, my outlet for things.
Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of just being an artist and growing, that's one thing. But, I mean, you seem like a younger individual, young guy Burkett. Yeah. So, like, you're still not only finding yourself as an artist, but just still as a human being. And I think, like, part of the human experience that is beautiful is that we really shouldn't stop growing. No. And there's going to be those things that come into our life that's like, fuck, I really wish that wouldn't have happened. Mm-hmm. But also, you can't have good without the bad.
It makes you the person you are, though. You
totally.
I mean? Everything that's happened to me. Like, I moved out of my parents' house at 15. I'm 25 now. It's been 10 years since I lived in my parents' house.
Yeah.
But I would not be the fucking as strong as I am today if it didn't happen. You know
sure.
I mean? Like, my one friend, Ryan, she's just getting her first place right now. Like, first place, like, away from her parents. Like, I was like, wow, that's, like, a crazy, cool-ass beginning. Like, I remember that shit. Like, you're on your own now. Like, that's fucking dope. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, even if she thought she found, like, has herself, like, she's really about to find herself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's cool as fuck. Just, like, getting free, like, a little bit of freedom. Like, it's just, you have no one to answer to, nothing to do, you know what I mean? Just yourself.
When it comes to the whole like Hawaii things, you brought it up a few times. Was the purpose for taking that trip to like find yourself, or was there another reason why you went?
Oh,
Or is it a whole nother can of worms?
Nothing in my life really has fucking purpose, if you want to say that. So
Okay.
I kind of just do things. Like,
Fair
I
enough.
was sitting at work, like, one day I used to bag ice at, like, the ice factory. I was just hating my life one day. I was like, you know what? I've never been on an airplane. I was like, I want to go on a fucking airplane. So I booked a one-way ticket to Hawaii and left. And I was there for a year.
Bro.
I met people. Like, I fucking met this dude. He let me, like, sleep on his couch. Like, then met some other people. He said I could live with his auntie and uncle, and just bounced around. And, like, I mean, it was just beautiful. Meeting new people, meeting new culture. Like, it's crazy. I've never had long hair in my life. I've had a buzz cut since I was fucking born. And I moved out there, and I was like, everybody has long hair. I'm going to grow my hair out. Now everybody's like, yo, I like your long hair, bro. You look like Kurt. Another thing, I was like, who the fuck is Kurt?
Yeah.
And they were like, Kurt Cobain. And I was like, who the fuck is that? They're like, what? So then I had to, like, look them up. And fucking, this is crazy. Like, I'd be finding new people every day, finding new things, all because of my fucking hair.
It's so interesting that, you know, in 2021, you know, that it's so easy to assume, or at least the world tries to make you think that like every kid in their 20s, not trying to call you a kid, I didn't mean to say, but you know what I mean? Like everybody that's in their 20s is like glued to the phone, tied into pop culture, knows everything. And then there's you. Yeah. It's just like, it's not the experience that everybody has. And I'm sure that there are probably people that you maybe grew up around that have a similar situation as you, but they didn't start making music, and maybe they're still in this weird bubble of just like, I only know this little section of the world. That's it.
I would have no idea what I'd be doing right now if I didn't. I'd probably be fucking dead if I didn't find music. Like, seriously, like, because I was just big into drugs. You know what I mean? I just love doing drugs. I mean, fucking today's day 11, no cigarettes or alcohol.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah, I haven't been doing drugs. I mean, I smoke weed, but I haven't even been smoking because it saved my voice. So I've just been eating edibles. But fucking, so I mean, I'm just trying to also get myself together. I've never like not smoked cigarettes or drank, but like my mom, fucking friend Sam tells me like quit, and I'm just like, fuck you. Like, I don't want to deal with my thoughts. I'm gonna go get fucking drunk at Nadine's.
Yeah.
Fall asleep and wake up and repeat.
Sure.
Just cause, you know what I mean? That's what I was taking away my problems, and then my voice went. And it was like, doctor was like, yo, like, if you don't stop, like, you're not going to have a voice. It's going to be like, you have to get surgery. It's like very expensive. I was like, fuck.
Now, was that like, is that from specifically like smoking and drinking and stuff? Or is it that mixed with just the amount that you're recording and just pushing yourself?
I was doing a show every week, you know what I mean? Fucking doing rock shows, like heavy metal, and then doing coffee shop shows, and then going on tour. So like it just, and then I'm also getting hammered every single night, smoking a pack of cigs a day. You know what I mean? Smoking a half ounce of weed a day. So like,
you probably need
fucked me. You know what I mean? So I was like, I guess I gotta like just chill.
Yeah,
I just quit drinking coffee, caffeine. I'm drinking just hot tea now.
The unfortunate but beautiful thing is that, like, you know, you're still this living organism, but the unfortunate part of that is that you can't fucking like overwater the plant. You can't put it, you know, you gotta
everyone
take care of all that shit.
I didn't listen to anybody. They're just like, dude, like, you can't, like, even my parents were like, yo, like, we like this rock music, but like, you're gonna fuck yourself up. Like, I can hear it in your voice. Because like, I do a show and I couldn't do another show for a week with the rock music.
Sure.
Because it was gone. I mean,
well, I think that there is, I mean, obviously there are a lot of ways that you need to kind of train if you're gonna start getting into certain styles of music.
Sam's starting to do that with me. I've never done like a warm up or vocal this shit. Like, I've never done that.
Yeah,
like,
if you want to sustain it.
Like, he's like yawn and then go, oh, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? He's like, I'm serious, do it. And I'm like, fine. And so now he's like teaching me how to keep this thing under control. You know what I mean? He wants me to get a whiteboard and stop talking. I'm like, that's not happening. I don't
That seems a little wild. Yeah, that seems a little excessive. But Sam's another wild boy.
Yeah,
honestly, he's another.
Like, I didn't know him until 6-7 months ago.
Yeah, he's another diamond in the rough. There's not too many people like him.
Plays every instrument.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking nut.
He's a very a quick thinker. It seems like the two of you are probably a bit of a dream team, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we just run through shit, but we're also like very bad for each other. You know what I mean? Fucking between the alcohol and the fucking drugs and shit. Me and Sam, like he's like. He plays instruments for everybody. He's got like 2 broken fingers because he got in a fucking bar fight. I got a fucking terrible voice because I don't stop drinking and smoking. And like, what we're good at, what we're supposed to be doing, we can't do because we're dumbasses. So it's like we need to like get our shit together. We've been slowly getting our shit together.
I mean, you're not dumbasses. You're human.
No, 100%.
But it's so much about like the environment, right? And that's the fucking catch-22 about being in this world. Is that they're almost like you kind of need that grittiness to some degree in order to like really fuel the fire and get it going, right? Because if everything is solid and tight and super relaxed and chill, I have a hard time. I was like, okay, I mean, I guess I can make some chill music, but that's like not what I want to do. I like making loud, wild stuff. So trying to find that right balance in my life so I could still do that and live a healthy life. Because like for a long time, like bro, like, so you're 25, I'm 35. Okay. So, you know, when I was your age, I was living in Southside, doing the whole fucking thing, not trying to, God, I can't believe I just said when I was your age. Fucking shoot me, bro. But like, no, I get it. Like, it's like, I've been there, you know what I mean? And I guess all I'm saying is like, you will find your way. Like, I remember just being like,
it just keeps changing. Once one thing's changed, it's like, things hit like a fucking brick, you know what I mean? Like, I was living in Castle Shannon with my girl for fucking like 2-3 years, you know what I mean? So like, I get off work, I go to the studio, I come home, eat dinner with her, watch a movie, and that was it. You know what I mean? We drank some, you know what I mean? Smoked some weed, but like, I wasn't being crazy for like 3 years, you know what I mean? Then we broke up, and I just was like, all right back to the old Burkett. Like, and it was fucked. I shouldn't have done it. I just dove off the deep end, you know what I mean? Like, let's go get this, let's go get that, let's hit the bar, let's fall asleep at 5 in the morning, go to work at 6.
Yep.
And then after 2 months, it's like, I can't do this anymore.
No, yeah.
I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna fucking die.
It's dude, it's human shit, man. It's so hard to like tell somebody what the right or wrong way to like react to a situation is, because it's like, if that's what you felt, there's probably part of that, even though it's objectively not good.
Yeah.
Part of it in some way was probably good in some aspect, I mean, right?
It was probably
like
getting out. I had to get out. I had to get out of this relationship. Nothing toxic or anything. It's just that like I didn't fucking pay attention to her. She wanted me to pay attention to her. I knew for a fact that I wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, no matter what was gonna happen, I care about this music more than anything in the fucking world. So I needed to be the bigger person. Like, yo, you need to find someone that's actually gonna pay attention and take care of you. I love you to death, but that's just not me right now. So fucking I had to do that. Then I just met Sam. Fucking, he's someone I can fucking confide in, tell anything. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking Sam Kissick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Like, fucking, I can talk to him, fucking cry to him about some shit. You know what I mean? Like, that I get off work, bro. Fucking, he knows that I got not even $1 in my pocket. I got a quarter bag. Fucking, I'm running low on quarters. He's like, come over, bro. I made dinner every fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking, you just meet the coolest people with this music shit, bro. It's just crazy that we can like go to work, we can get off, we can fucking make music, we can go watch TV, we can do whatever the fuck. It's just fucking wild, bro. Like, I just met him fucking 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've known him my whole life.
Yeah. So I'm actually curious about a piece of the puzzle that I think I'm missing, right?
Okay.
So somehow there was the song that you don't remember recording that started everything, right? And then you had mentioned that you knew who Back Alley Sound was. How did you find out about Back Alley Sound?
This wasn't until, well, I found out, so, do you know who Baker is? Dan Baker, by chance?
That name sounds really familiar.
So he was like the first person I started making music with.
Okay.
So not technically. So I made Beans and Greens when I came home from college or whatever. That's when I dropped out, because I dropped it. It got like 15,000 views. I was like, fuck college. I was like, I'm done. I didn't have a major in college. I just was there to drink.
Just coasting.
Yeah, just a drink. And so I dropped Beans and Greens, does well. I was like, all right, let's drop an album. So me and my friend Noelle at the time, she was living in Claret and I was living in Claret, and we started making shit in her basement. And then I found this studio out in Cannonsburg. It was pretty good, but just didn't like them that much. You know what I mean? Just wasn't that great of quality. And then started going to ID Labs because I was like, fucking ID Labs, like Mac, Wiz, like, holy shit. And then I was like, and then I like had a few sessions and I was like, I don't feel right. You know what I mean? Like this doesn't feel like I'm not comfortable. You know
I feel like
I'm under pressure.
The build, the building is it's like the name's the same, but
once I was in there, I was just like, okay, here, take all this money that I worked hard for, and I'm all nervous so I don't sing right or this and that.
It sucks working with people that don't give a fuck about the end product.
They just want to get it done.
It's just a job.
Their money. And I get that. I get that.
It's like you're the bag of ice that they're filling for the day.
Just tell me that you're in it for the paycheck so I don't come.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, if you're in it for the music, bro, it's not going to be a problem. And Baker was the first person. So my fucking roommate in Teal College, he fucking came back and lived with me here, but he needed someone else to live. So we go meet my friend Peaches, this kid named Baker, tall as that motherfucker, like never met him in my life. He was like, yo, I make beats. Plays the beats. I was like, it's trash. Your beats fucking terrible. Played another one. I was like, bro, these are seriously terrible. Like, these are bad, bro. He's like, you fucking suck at rapping. And I was like, that's cool. Fuck you too. And we didn't talk for like 2 years. And then like 2 years later, fucking, he was like, yo, I'm getting a studio like this. And he was like, I'm gonna build a studio in it and everything. Right next to it's like Studio 22. So I helped him build a booth. And next thing you know, he was just like, help me build a booth. He was like, yo, I believe in you. He's like, I like the shit you've been doing. I was like, oh shit, like let me hear some beats. Then he played some beats and I was like, you got fucking good, bro. I was like, yo, he was like, you want to like make an album? And I was like, yeah. So 2 days made the fucking Southside tape. 2 days, bro. And it's at like 95,000 plays right now total. But like he was the first person that was like, bro, like I know you don't have money and you don't like barely have time. So like whenever I don't have a session, I'm gonna call you. If you're free, we can record. So like I was living in the storage unit in South, like you know the 7th floor. Yeah, I lived there for like a year. Like just had a couch up in there and fucking it was key. I paid like $300 a month. Yeah, and the studio was right there. So if Baker would call me, I just fucking run down and record. And I did that for like fucking a year or two. You know what I mean? And then we just slowly built it up bigger. And he got clients on clients. I started getting fans and people that wanted to like see me perform, and it's just been going up for there. And then I went to school with this kid named Cody. He's actually my world, but I didn't know he made music. And one of my friends was like, "Yo, like Cody makes music." I was like, "Really?" So I made the 2063 album with him. He's a good guy. He's a little fucking crazy. Love him to death, but he's crazy. Yeah. He's crazy about the music though. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. So fucking, but there's so many people. I made music with so many people in the last 5 years. It's like out of hand.
I got it. So yeah, I could see how it all starts coming together, and that's just how yeah. I think that as long as you stay in it and you keep meeting people and actually like establishing some form of a relationship with all those people that you meet, at least the ones that are worth establishing the relationship with, it's gonna keep growing. Like that's me with this fucking podcast. You know, like I started this thing 7 years ago because at the time I wasn't in any bands. Nothing was going on. Like I got kicked out of a band, another thing kind of just broke up, and like I had nothing to fucking do. So I just started like talking with my like other people that I knew that were still doing music at the time and trying to figure out like what the fuck are we doing? Why are we doing this? And let's just start rapping. And now, you know what I mean? Fuck, this is, I don't know what episode this is. Where it's like we're probably around 420 at this point.
Shit, I'd be pumped if I was 420.
You know what I mean? So it's been this wild ride, and I just keep meeting so many cool people through just having some microphones and a couple cameras, and people come over, and just like it keeps me so locked in, because it's really easy sometimes too, like even though you're meeting a lot of people, you're focused on yourself so much, which as an artist I guess you should be, but it keeps me like in the pocket with knowing what's going on around. It's super cool to get to like just always meet new people, see what they're doing. And I mean, especially
I've fucking literally I didn't even know your name before we come in here, bro.
Word, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things too where it was like I wasn't familiar with you, and then Sam hit me up and was like, yo, I want to do this. I was like, okay, cool. And then for whatever reason, after like he had hit me up about you, I'm like seeing you like in my timeline and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I guess this guy came out of nowhere, but that's just how it is sometimes.
Hell yeah. Hopefully we just come out of nowhere and start really putting it on everybody's pages and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
So this is the point in the conversation where normally I'm like, so what do you got coming up? But we already talked about it. You got a lot of stuff coming up.
For life.
Yeah.
For life.
And is there any style of music that you haven't really dug into yet that maybe you're interested in experimenting with?
Yeah, there is one. I don't want to, but I do.
Okay, I'm curious.
Oh man, so I mean, I've done almost everything. You know what I mean? From fucking like country to jazz to rap to fucking blues. You know what I mean? But so my one roommate listens to Scar Lord, if you know who that is.
No.
It's almost like some fucking screamo shit, but it's like 6ix9ine almost.
Oh, okay.
Fucking on like trap beats, just like screaming
on trap beats. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I want to do it. I mean, I hate that fucking music. I don't know why I fucking hate it, but my roommate plays it every day. And this one song, Scarlord, like "Hate Me Then" or something like that, popped in my. It's in my head now. He's just like rockstar crazy. And I was like, holy fuck! Like, could you imagine being on stage and like the crowd just fucking going nuts to like you screaming in their faces? I was like,
yeah,
that's cool as fuck. You know what I mean? So like, that's the only one I haven't done yet, and I feel like I can't anytime soon because my voice is fucked. If I'd just even sing like that, it'd be gone for fucking ever.
I wonder if there's like a part, I would imagine. Okay. So with me as a musician, I'm always interested to try to write different styles of music or even like learn a cover because it's interesting to understand how that music works. Okay. So it's like, even though you might not like, this trap scream stuff, if you actually try to write a song, you might develop a new respect for it or understanding because 100%. Now you understand how it works.
That's what happened with the rock shit, bro. Like I'm not really a fan of rock. I'm not a fan of it. I don't know, especially metal. I'm not a fan of it at all. But when these kids asked me to like be their lead singer, I was like, I'm so down because like I've never done that genre. Like I definitely want to. So like I just started making rock music, like the shit that I don't like. And I started making it, and it felt so, dude. It felt so good singing it, bro. Being on stage, just screaming almost, but like you're singing, like it was like so fucking cool. Like it just felt so. Like I don't like listening to it. I don't even like listening to the songs that I recorded the rock, but like performing it is just a whole different ballgame. It was so much better than like rapping, like 100%. You know what I mean? It was so fucking cool. And then you like then like a song comes on the radio, like, and I don't change it. I listen to it now. It's like, yo, like those drums are sweet, like. You know what I mean? So like everything's like growing on me. Like there's like almost not a genre I don't like because like I even play that screamo shit. You know what I mean? Like I play it like fucking once every like 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
But like it's crazy that like I don't like something and then like to listen to something, but once you make it, it's just like now you like understand where they were coming from.
Yeah, I
so
think
it's like you feel it.
I think that's the biggest thing with a lot of people that don't understand different kinds of music. It's music is a conversation between the artist and the listener, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that you just need to kind of like learn the language to some degree to be able to understand the conversation. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, especially with things that are incredibly abrasive, like a heavy metal or something like where there's a lot of screaming, that could be a lot for somebody. It's like, bro, why are you so fucking mad? What is going on? This is too fucking much. And I get it.
It's like, what are you so pissed about? Then as soon as like they're off stage, they're happy as fuck. And it's like, you're not like mad at the world. He's like, no, it's just a song. I'm like, that's so fucking cool. Like, it's because I feel it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, that's why every show I have, it's an emotional roller coaster, bro. If you come to a show, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, we start off with a song that everybody knows. You know what I mean? Something, you know what I mean? All That Matters Is Now or Beans and Greens or something. And then like you like slowly get into like a vibe. And then like I make people cry. It's like, I'm going to make everybody in this crowd fucking shed a tear tonight.
Yeah.
And then I'd hit another one. They're like crying even more. And then it's like, drop a fucking trap song. And then bang, and just the whole crowd going fucking nuts. And then I'm crowd surfing. You know what I mean? And then it's like, let's bring it back down. Fuck it. Make them cry again. and then like fucking right back up. You know what I mean? Then just like slowly end it to they're just like that was, and I love that shit, dude. Because like that's why I like my music. Because you get any other artist, you know what's like you know what's coming. You know what I mean? Like you know what they're gonna perform because all their songs sound the same. But like when I have a show, like people are always like, "What are you performing?" I'm like, "You'll find out." Like I'm not telling you. Like, you know what I mean? It's a surprise. Because
Yeah.
I could be making you cry. I could be making you pumped up. Like I have every genre. So like, and I've worked hard to like create every genre. So it's just like I love that I am like in charge of how this crowd is going to feel for the next 2 hours.
With a catalog of music that is growing as rapidly as yours is at this point, what is your like rehearsal routine, if there is one?
Before a show?
Yeah.
Um.
Do you like go through lyrics? Do you just have like a good memory?
So if I'm gonna like right now we're performing November 19th at One Up Skate Shop, and I have like an hour set with Ryan and Louie, and I'm supposed to perform. We're practicing after this actually for an hour.
Nice.
So like we'll probably just get together and she'll run hers and I memorize it so I can do her ad libs and Louis can do her ad libs and like we'll run mine so they can remember that. You know what I mean? But usually like from just me shows, I got my headphones in, got my AirPods in or something, and I just listen to myself for a whole week. Like the whole week. Just exactly what I'm gonna say, exactly how I'm gonna move on the stage, what the fuck I'm gonna say on the stage, like am I gonna like when I'm singing I'm over it, I'm gonna be standing here on stage and then I'm gonna jump at this point, like because the first couple shows I did, like sometimes you get up there and you don't even know the goddamn words to your song.
Oh yeah.
Even though you fucking recorded it.
Yeah.
It's like what the like how do you not know the words to your song? So it's like I'm never doing that again. Like I will be prepared. And then you like I've been to like 15 Mac shows. And you go to a Mac show, like dude, that shit was lined up. Like, you know what I mean? Like people throwing like it was just crazy. Like it was practice, like a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
I have to practice. Like I have to have my set ready to go. The same with anybody else that's performing with me. So like when Sam does this, I do this too. We'll both move to the right at this point in the song. And it's just like the crowd feels that so much more than just getting up there and freeballing it, you know?
Yeah, no, there's definitely an art to performance in crafting a set, getting the right flow, timing in between songs, how you're moving on stage, keeping like your breath good, because it's really easy to get way too hype.
Oh yeah.
And it's like you want to get hype, but
especially
you can't get
like a 3-hour set.
You can't get
you're halfway through, you're just like seeing stars, you're like, fuck, you better calm down.
Yeah, you can't get so hyped that it makes the set bad.
That's why I schedule it out too. So like mostly my hype songs, most of them are at the end. You know what I mean? Voice is already beat. Everyone knows it's already beat. But these are the hype songs. So like everyone knows the words. So they're gonna sing it. So like I could just do this and scream with my mouth and you know what I mean? So you have to prepare yourself to when you know your voice is gonna give. So usually I know if I have a 22 set song, by 15 my shit's shot. So like now it's like some of the songs have backing tracks like that didn't in the first set, you know what I mean? Because I was singing it good. But I know at 15 my voice is shot, so put the backing track back in it. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm not performing this live, you know what I mean? That's also a thing. People are like, you have to do it live or not live. And I'm like, no, you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's your music.
Sure.
So like Sam will pull the acoustic out and I won't even use a mic and we'll just like that, whole song live. And the next song is I actually just play the song. And I just go with it. You know what I mean? It's just because I can do whatever I want. And I think that's so cool. It took me a while, though. Probably until this year, I just listened to anybody else, what everybody told me to do. And now it's just like, now I think for myself. And if I want to perform this song, I perform this song exactly how I want to do it. Because I can.
Yeah, it's your show.
I know. And
it's your fucking show.
I mean, I'm pissed that it took me this long, but at least I finally understand.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the pace that you're moving at, the people that you're working with and the attitude that you have, I think is really good. And I think that you're working way faster than a lot of other people that I've known. Don't, I mean, you're going to beat yourself up because you're an artist.
Hell yeah.
But trust me, just like from the outside looking in, I think that you're on a really good, just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
For sure. Like
definitely will. That's just my mindset is I will sleep when I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I blow up.
It's important to keep that hunger too, because most people, when they start making music, they have this hunger, but that hunger, it fades with time, and you just can't let that fade. Because I mean, we're talking about people that we know that are really good at doing shit, but they're just not motivated. Because it's like it's like they didn't stop creating, but the hunger went away. So now nobody's hearing these songs. They're just sitting on hard drives, and it's like, where the fuck did the hunger go?
Yeah, no, and like one of my biggest drives though, when this music shit is like, I'm like, yo, I don't want to work at my job anymore. And people are like, well, no one wants to work at their job. I'm like, that's not the reason though. Like the reason I want to fucking not have a job is because I want to make more music. Like I have a set time that I have to be at the studio because of my life. So if I have to go to work at 6 a.m. and I get off at 6 p.m. and I have a session at 7 and it ends at 9:30, and then I have to eat dinner somewhere in there, and then I have to fall asleep and wake up and do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like imagine if I wake up at 11 o'clock, a nice good night of sleep, go to the studio. Holy fuck, I might create something I've never created before because I've never recorded a song in that environment because my life is just constantly running. I've never had time to chill. You know what I mean? So I just can't imagine like the day where I'm like able to make music whenever I want to make music. You know what I mean? Like I can wake up at 8 a.m. and make a song and then go get food and then come back and make another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just any time. Like I can't imagine what my music will sound like, bro. I'm so excited for that day. Like it's gonna be so fucking cool. Like, and to actually be able to like take time to learn these instruments, to like learn like what note I'm actually singing. You know what I mean? Because Sam's like, let's go over it, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to. I want to make a song.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm here. That's why I'm paying you money. Like I'm not paying you for singing lessons or piano lessons. Like I want to fucking create. Like that's what makes me happy. That's what fucking gets me going. Like I just want to create. I don't want a bunch of bitches in the studio because fuck them bitches. They're just gonna annoy me. You know what I mean? Unless we're all drinking, get a bottle, and we'll make some cool ass song. But like usually it's just me and Sam or Miles and Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I don't know. I can't wait for that day, bro. Fucking to just make whatever I want, whenever I want. Like that'll be so cool. I guarantee you. Like, because my main goal is to come up with my own genre. People are like, yo, that sounds like Young Guy Burkett. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not like. I guess genre might not be the word. I don't know what the word is, but because like I want them to hear this punk song and be like, oh, that sounds like Young Guy Burkett, or this rap song and be like, that sounds like Young Guy Burkett. Just like
you just want to use your voice that everybody knows.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Like if there's somebody that like you hear them talk across the room and you're like, oh fuck, you know that's Sarah. I would know that voice anywhere. Yeah. It's like that song comes on and it's just like I know that fucking voice.
Yeah, and people are always like, yo, like stop switching studios. Go to one studio so your voice stays the same on everything. I'm like,
that's ridiculous advice.
It's stupid. I think it's stupid as fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand where you're coming from, but then I'm just gonna sound the fucking same all the time on the same type of beats, the same type of genre.
Sure. That's like, yo, go to the same restaurant so your food tastes the same every day.
And get the same meal every day. Yeah, fuck that.
No, experience.
I mean, even though I do that shit.
I mean, hey, we're creatures of habit. Again, that's human shit. But still, it's like you need to continue to challenge yourself, get yourself outside of your comfort zone, and just keep learning and meeting new people.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I try to do every day. I just try. If I'm uncomfortable, I gotta master that. You know what I mean? Like, why am I uncomfortable? Let's figure it out so I'm not uncomfortable again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, with all of that being said, I think that we could probably pull the plug on this. We're about an hour in, and that's usually about as long as a podcast needs to go.
Oh, yeah.
Some people be going for like 3 or 4 hours, but as I think you might say, I could be making a song right now. So
it's my bowling league.
I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but it's been awesome meeting you. Awesome chatting with you. Yeah, really, really cool. I definitely want to come check out a show, and honestly, we'll probably end up on a bill together eventually.
Fuck yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but let the people know where they can find you, and then I'm going to do my outro, and we'll get the fuck out of here.
I'm Young Guy Burkett. You can find me anywhere at Young Guy Burkett. But this Friday, Honey, I'm Clueless is dropping. And then I'm dropping a song every Friday for eternity.
Tight.
It was nice seeing you guys.
And yo, that is all, folks. I'll be back again next week with another episode. Same time, same place, same channel. You know the drill. My name is Sykes. Start the Beat 2021. Woo, woo. thanks for listening. And we did it. That was a podcast. Fuck yeah, man. Cool.